Okay, perfect, perfect. As always, I just want to say thank you so much for whoever you are, whatever contribution you make to help in service for humanity and mankind, and for how you support Masterpiece. Our intention and our objective from the goal from the beginning was to create something where we knew the way people were being poisoned, that it was really becoming impossible no matter what type of great health and protocol and diet regimen we had. It seemed like everybody's health was going down. And so there is obviously not a detox circulation product out there that was doing the job. And so we really were just on a mission to see what we could come up with. We had no idea we were going to come across the greatest people who were going to help us with making the formulas as effective as it is, and with our high intention and truly being a customer service oriented or mankind oriented company in our decision making, we are now where we're at. So you guys coming here tonight and seeing everything that we have and asking questions about how you can contribute or be involved or what's it's like, I can say that thank you for being here. So there is not one person, no affiliate, no white label person, whoever, who has ever put a dollar. We don't have an MLM system. There's no membership fees. There's no catch. There's no obligation. It's simply if you want to pay $6 more, I believe it is, for MasterPeace at $52.99, then we want you to make your account using an affiliate link from whoever you found out about. And if not, and you make an account with just coming in, then you pay a little bit more. And then we find you a good affiliate link that's the right one for you. So we pay 25% for the person so it's direct sales. It's called e-commerce because we buy it on website, and direct sales. So the person who referred you in gets 25% commission. And so, and it's always residual, and it's a good system because our cost for a nano zeolite, even though we're exponentially more than just that, is we have the lowest cost, and that's because we really want everybody out there to be able to have a lot less poisons in their body so that they feel better, think better, sleep better, start doing better, and communities get a little bit better, and we can kind of start attacking the root cause of the real issues, what we're having here on Earth, which is really bad, unnatural, poor, low-level consciousness thinking. If humans weren't so easily controlled and ran away in fear and dumbed down from their bad health, we wouldn't be accepting all the fact that our planet's being destroyed in front of our eyes and all that. So MasterPeace is a great way to clean up not just the ecosystem, but the internal environment of the body. And so everybody that's involved with that's a pretty worthy way to make a big difference in today's world, where so many of us are looking for that thing that is going to make the difference, right? That's worthy of our precious time, energy, and focus. So Dr. Robert Young has a really neat experiment that he does. And really, essentially, what it shows is, as he's been publishing on the human biofield since the late 1990s, we know that energy, and which is electrons being donated into us, which is a number they call the oxidative reduction potential, or ORP. It is the amount of millivolts that something has that it can either take from you, which is like an acid, and something that's acidic takes your electrons. So now something that is alkaline, usually alkaline, there's exceptions though, just like there's exceptions when it comes to acids, such as lemon juice and lemons and limes, right? They're acidic, and then they actually donate electrons to give us energy. But Robert Young did an experiment on energy using MasterPeace. And what it basically shows is, so the amazing thing about the MasterPeace formula, we cram it to the brim with the most dense of the highest sourced 2 ingredients, which is this natural clinoptilolite zeolite, which if anybody ever have fun doing research, go to PubMed, look at natural zeolite and compare it to man-made synthetic zeolite. They're night and day, in every way different, and the effects obviously are completely different. And then that's one ingredient. And the other ingredient is sea minerals, which is the densest, most electrically charged mineral water that some very big brand companies that sell the very best trace minerals. I should just say that. I'll kind of keep it vague. They have the same exact source. This sea minerals is. I would have thought it was impossible when we were getting marine plasma about a year ago that something would have more of an electrical oxidative reduction potential as that, and for it to have denser minerals but the same composition and to and what the sea minerals is, well, we can see why it works better. And so those are the two natural ingredients with MasterPeace. And so putting those two together, zeolite is for when lava hits the ocean, and such as like the Greek islands. And anywhere where there's zeolite, which is usually going to have ocean water on top of it, that is its home. So it's used to being in seawater. And so what we're doing is we're taking the highest sourced natural clinoptilolite. Some of my white label partners, I seen their names when they came in here. They have their own micronized zeolite lines. They know for a fact that our natural clinoptilolite is sourced at the best place because it's the same source they use. And seawater is the highest source seawater. All we do is make the micrometer sized zeolite down to a nanometer size that's 50 nanometers or smaller. And then we put it back with its home, but we structure it a bunch of times. And it's amazing the levels that we've seen from the blood, hair, and urine. So, anyways, we have a video I want you guys to see. And the reason why is this. Matt Senna is going to put in the notes for us in the chat. It's a how-to video that Paul, my freaking amazing partner in every way, best teammate, rocking. I mean, our team is chocked full of badasses. Sorry, pardon my French, but Paul has definitely got his side covered. And we have a video that shows an experiment by Dr. Robert Young, and then a how-to video, which I believe Matt Senna just put up for us. Thanks, brother. And it is going to, all you got to do is watch it, and it will show you how you can send people to this video page, which is on our website, but it'll have your affiliate link in it. So if the people go there and watch the video and then they come back to MasterPeace 2 weeks later, 2 months later, it's still going to collect their information and you'll still get credit for it. Yeah, Austin too. I just seen Austin. Austin's been helping big time too. Golly. Hey guys, we got the best team. There's no way anything like this could be possible unless it was a bunch of high intention do-gooders that really understood how getting the poisons out of our minds, making it where we're all thinking better and becoming our best versions again, having the energy that I didn't have for a long time at least. So that's very, very grateful for everything. So Matt, if you don't mind, play the video, but then in the chat, we'll see the video that shows people how you can send anybody you want to this video. It's pretty amazing. Oh, we can't hear it.
Not getting audio.
No audio.
Okay, let's try this again. I just fear it's going to come through my own microphone. Austin, do you have a better method than that?
I can look it up. Let me give it a shot, but I'm not sure other than just pressing play.
Yeah, I think this will work. It's worked before. The video.
So MasterPeace does, and just while they fix that, what MasterPeace does is energizes the cells of the body, energizes the body, feeds it energy with electrons. And so that's what this experiment will eventually show. And then at the same time, it helps to alkalize your body because our recent tests are showing the more it ages, the higher the pH tends to go because it's living. And I guess I know it leaves where it is made at 8.4. And then we've been getting tests back as high as 9.1. and a millivolts of what is called negative 200 millivolts. And what that means is a lot of electrons being donated to the body for just good, clean, what the energy that we get from eating raw vegetables gives us. It's amazing. And then it also detoxes the levels of heavy metals. So you got something that works the best out of anything else that's out there by far. And then we have the tests to prove it and nobody else does, but it shows we get out the levels of these heavy metals and at the same time energizes and alkalizes the body. It's pretty amazing without doing any harm, obviously, because the body has to work hard when it takes in things that's acidic. So you want to try to play it, man? I'm sorry.
You're good. This should work.
I'd like to introduce you to my light meter that I'll be using to carry out Will It Light. And we'll be testing a product called MasterPeace. I'll be pouring that into this glass, and then I will be using the probes that I'll put into the solution of MasterPeace Zeolite Z to see if it conducts electricity and lights up the bulb. In comparison, I will take some water at a pH of 7. I will pour that into the glass and I will test it to see if it will light up the light. So let's go ahead and start the experiment. I'm going to go ahead and pour the water. And I will take a brand new bottle of MasterPeace and I will go ahead and pour that in. And now we will test. I'm putting the 2 probes into the water. We can see a little of the light come on. So there is some conductivity and some light there. Let's go ahead now and put it over into the MasterPeace Zeolite Z. Can you see the difference? When you put 5 drops of MasterPeace under the tongue, it will go into the body fluids and begin to energize every cell in your body and light up your life and protect yourself against excess acidity, which is the cause of all sickness and disease. So MasterPeace, twice a day, 5 drops under the tongue. This is the experiment. You can see the difference in here again, drinking water, taking MasterPeace. Thank you for taking this time to watch this video and to learn more about what will light up your life with MasterPeace Zeolite Z. Human consciousness support is all about education and in providing products that will make a difference in your life. I personally use this product. My family uses this product. I want you to share this with everyone that you care about so they can experience improved health, energy, and vitality.
All right. Okay. So I imagine everybody can hear me, right? So if you can't, let me know. I think what kind of happened was when we were first getting in some initial pilot study results and we were astounded by what we were seeing, I felt like, wow, we might be in over our head a little bit. And so I'd asked Carolyn Mansfield, like, what should I, like, what do I do with this, you know? And she said, well, get a hold of this guy named Dr. Robert Young. He'll know what to do. And that's actually kind of why that's how I went about making contact with Robert and him being involved. And the amazing thing that happened, just like everybody that's gotten involved with MasterPeace, if someone was saying, hey, I'm here for the money, or if I want to do it for this or this, those people never worked out. Those people never work out in anything real good when you're trying to do something that's benevolent, that's really trying to accomplish a good task in service, you know? So with Robert, what he did for us was take a formula The MasterPeace 1.0 formula was with marine plasma, or you can see plasma. And what we ended up doing with the way it improved with structuring, with the pH of it, which he reversed the polarity of the millivolts and the pH. It was like the other nanozeolite products that are out there that are all are acidic, and ours now, the formula is 1.0 and tweaked completely. And really the rightful credit is absolutely Dr. Robert Young. It would be ridiculous and me lying if I said differently. He's such a person for humanity. He's been persecuted so much for decades, and he's even facing a lot going right now, but he can't stop telling the truth and helping people. That's why he's helped millions of people, and he doesn't charge people, and anybody reaches out, he's always helped them. I've never seen anybody that has touched so many people's lives the way he has. So
Hey, Matt.
that Will It Light video, yeah.
I want to show the image of the electron micrographs before and after the changes you were talking about. Something we've
Okay,
done
yeah, that's
before,
fine. Yeah,
but
so show MasterPeace 1.0. And so what we're gonna see is marine plasma ions, and and what you're gonna see is the hexagon structures of the clinoptilolite. So look at the top left, everybody. See how it's a little more goopy? See how it's not as layered and deep compared to the picture on the right? That's the biggest of the pictures. You see how that's a multi-layered net? Okay, now look at this, guys. The picture on the right is after Dr. Robert Young. It's structured. Look how it's structured a lot more. The magnetic charge, or what they call the zeta potential on it, is about 8 times more. And which means it's going to collect a lot more positive charged poisons. Okay. Virtually all heavy metals, things that don't belong and are unnatural in your body, well, of course they have a positive charge because your body wants to have a negative charge. Okay. So what'll happen is we actually have, thanks to Paul, our own private platform that we've been using on for a couple months. And so our next town hall meeting, we're going to be using that platform because it can't be breached like that. So, and we own the platform. Okay. So MasterPeace 2.0. Now, when we took MasterPeace 2.0, Robert Young then put a drop of graphene oxide, which you would call graphene nanobots or nanodots. And I don't know if you could show that picture by any chance, Matt. I know I probably am making it hard on you now, but if it's okay if you can't find it. So as we can see,
sorry, Matt, what were you talking about again?
Oh, the picture where we added the graphene oxide to MasterPeace, but it's okay. It's okay. Don't go digging for it.
It'd be
It's
good
okay.
for you
It's
to get
okay. I
off
don't
screen
want
share for a minute, and then we,
No, you're
of
fine.
course, later go to the charts. That's the other thing.
So, yeah, it's no problem, Matt. It's no
Yeah.
problem.
No,
All
I mean,
right.
I think I can do it in
with MasterPeace 1.0, essentially, MasterPeace 2.0 is made identically the same way for 95% of it. It's the last 3 or 4 steps that make all the difference that are all because of Robert Young. We have just completed, guys, a study that we took people's hair levels for their 16 minerals and then 5 or 6 toxic metals. And then we also started off 24 people, one person, for whatever reason, I don't know the details right now, but so it ended up with 23 people completed the study. And when it comes to the urine, if you can put the charts up that we have completed, Matt, these are the exact charts that will be sent up for blind peer reviewed publication. What it shows, and I'll keep it real simple for everybody, is that if we can, when you're looking at a systemic change and in the body, and so if you see the body holding on to healthy minerals 10 or 20% better than it did before. So it's releasing less healthy minerals, but it's releasing more and getting more of things like lead and mercury and aluminum out of your body, then that's a big systemic improvement in your body and health, right? And so because now you're 20% here better and 10% here better. So when we're looking at and again, this chart right here, the red is the placebo group. We had started off with 6, 1 bowed out. So we had 5 placebos and we had 18 non-placebos. And so what we're looking here, the placebo group, if you look most of the time, it's pretty small, but you have to look for the numbers. And so what it shows with aluminum is that we are moving out of the body at a rate of 254% of your average range of change, because this is a hard point for some people to get, but imagine everybody's body is full of heavy metals. And so when you start using a detox or chelation therapy that's working for you, such as what MasterPeace has proven to be, then at the beginning, when you start using MasterPeace, you would see the levels that are coming out in your urine, in this case, go up. And that's a good thing, because that means the body is getting out the aluminum that has been stuck and trapped and accumulating in there. So when you see the red line and then you see the blue line for that first one on the top left, which is aluminum, that's a big one. The people with the blue line are getting out a lot more aluminum. And so when we look at arsenic, so for instance, with aluminum, we had one of our test subjects that started off with a very high level of aluminum, more so than everybody else by like ×2. And after 120 days, which is 4 months, she'd already purged all of her levels of aluminum and she was down to like 1. So when this test study time was 4 months long, 4 months long is not a real long time. And so when we're seeing the study results for aluminum, arsenic, you're talking about a mobilization of these metals at 254%. Arsenic was 526%. That's not 10%. That's not 12%. That's not like 40%. So if you go onto our website at MasterPeace, and if you go to the hair test page, we allow the gold standard of hair tests to show how well MasterPeace works for anybody out there that has not used MasterPeace before. We save you $300 basically, because you get 2 gold standard hair test kits and 3 bottles of MasterPeace for only $333, which it's about a $600 value. But we do that, and the only thing we ask is we want to be able to use your results, because what we're seeing here, when we're looking at lead, when we're looking at mercury, when we're talking about mobilizing 132% more lead out of your body, see the levels go way up, and then they go, and then once they've purged, so when you first start to purge and get these things out of you, the levels go up and you're like, yeah, better out than in, right? Better out than in. All right. Well, once they've cleared, then they drop real far down. But either way, they move a lot more overall. There's a couple of exceptions, tin and I believe nickel. Those were the 2 exceptions. Tin and nickel, there was no difference between our placebo group and our non-placebo group. So we cannot claim to have quantitative proof with these urine tests, and I believe the hair tests showed the same thing. So that's why I'm saying that. And nickel and tin, doesn't look like that MasterPeace does anything with them. Now, lead, mercury, palladium, platinum, thallium, tungsten, aluminum, arsenic, barium. Barium, we get out 342% better. These results, for anybody who has been looking at heavy metal, urine, and hair test results, are so astounding. They're inconceivable, and unless the person was looking at them for yourself. That's why if you go to our hair test page, like I was talking about, Will Houghton has done a couple videos for MasterPeace just because he's so blown away by what he's seen from these test study results. And so in 2 weeks from now, the entire back end of our system, which is where I guess everybody goes. I've never even been back there. It's so crazy. Paul does the whole thing. I don't even know anything about it. I didn't even know we had videos on our website until about a month ago. But on the back end of the website, it's completely customizable. It's completely done. It's going to be so much easier to understand. And so a lot of the questions that a lot of people have had, I know that we're going to go away. It was completely developed with everybody in mind. So it's as simple as it can be. I know that. Master Restore. So I am to the best of our knowing, it is always better to have to alkalize the body, because if the body has to work hard to alkalize itself because it's naturally a little bit alkaline, that stress is acid, and that's the things that it's takes energy to alkalize your body. So with our previous formula of Master Restore, it had fulvic acid in it, the highest source fulvic acid, and it had micronized zeolite in it. Problem is, fulvic acid, that's an acid. It is of nature, but it's still, and I don't believe in doing any harm. I want to be able to, plus I understand through learning from Robert Young, the absorption rate goes exponentially up when something is alkalized. And so the new formula is going to be with sodium bicarbonate and potassium bicarbonate. And what it will do is it will help your digestion, because I shouldn't say digestion. Your stomach is an organ of alkalization. It doesn't digest your food. Digestion stops in your body after your teeth. I'm sure everybody's been told differently, but if you listen to pH Miracle, or what I would call the real biology, it's makes a lot of sense. And so your stomach actually releases baking soda, which is sodium bicarbonate. So to be able to supplement your micronized zeolite with what your body needs to digest your food and to alkalize, and it puts your body into a very peaceful state so that it can digest this 1 to 40 micrometer sized natural clinoptilolite, which I know most of it's in the 1 to 10 nanometer range, which means it's the size of a red blood cell, which means it is going to get through your digestive tract. So I want that I want your stomach line, I want everything to be as permeable as possible. And so that's what this new formula, which is Robert Young's formula. Robert Young, is the one that thought of this. And actually it was so funny because Matt Senna and me at the same night was thinking the same thing, and we didn't even have conversation. So it was very strange. But anyways, we're also having a new product, which I am very excited about. I'm going to leave the describing of it up to Nikki or Terry with our holistic health call, our weekly health call, because she's going to explain it to you much better than me. I can tell you I've never, so she'll explain the 2 ingredients, and you guys can look for it it's definitely nutrition on the highest level. So Master Solargy, here's the big one. It's probably Robert Young's best creation. Okay. Master Solargy is derived from MasterPeace. So it starts off with MasterPeace. We add some Solargy sea minerals, and it's the way that it's charged. And what happens is you have something that is very similar to MasterPeace. It's in a 4-ounce bottle instead of a 1-ounce bottle. it does have about 4 times less clinoptilolite than MasterPeace. So, you know, 4 ounces to 1 ounce is the same. It's the same. It has the same amount of clinoptilolite as a 1 ounce bottle of MasterPeace. And it's spelled SOLERGY, like soul, like salt, and sun, solergy, master solergy. And so, what it will be, this will have a higher pH than MasterPeace. So it will have more electrons. So it will energize your body better. You know, if you're ever doing any sports, you're ever feel dehydrated or anything like that, I'd say just spray 2-3 sprays in your mouth. It is electrically charged, more so even than MasterPeace by a little bit. And so it's a great mineral supplement is what it really is good for, because it has the highest quality sea minerals at the highest electrical charge that I guarantee any so-called master expert nanocolloidal formulator out there, I guarantee they are baffled. They have no idea how we can come away with a nano zeolite that is alkalized the way it is. And when they would be looking at the Solargy sea minerals to have the millivolt range, they wouldn't understand how we could get it there, because normal science wouldn't have an answer for it. So, and it's Robert Young. He is, in this time, the goat and the don of not just microscopy and the real biology, but when it comes to especially nanocolloidal formulations, that's his real pedigree. And yeah, he is that good. So we have a study that's starting. It should have already started a couple weeks ago, but we had a hiccup with getting some things ready for publication for this 23 people study that we completed. And it is a MAC address study. So we've been in conversations with the person who did the Blue Truth documentary, Dr. Pedro Chavez. He has helped guide us on what type of scanning devices and what he used exactly, so that we could basically just rinse and repeat, not give him credibility and validity to his Blue Truth, but help to bring credibility to ours. So we're just going to do it the same way, very professional setup with 3 camera angles, and we're going to bring people in. We're going to identify their MAC address, their unknown MAC addresses for the ones that pop up with one, which will be most all of them, if not all of them. And then we will have a waiver form at the time that says, here, you know, if you'd like to opt into the study, we're going to provide you with free MasterPeace, and we'll want you to come back out to the field every month and to see if you still are popping up your own MAC address, or if you're not owned by Bill Gates anymore, or whatever's going on, weird stuff. I'm just joking, Bill Gates. Don't kill me. All right. So anyways, I believe that the best thing we can all do to make our world a better place is for people to be better, think better, and be more of what men and women should naturally be. Because I don't think that a lot of the stuff that we've allowed and that's going on would be going on if everybody felt as great as the people that are. And we want to become a platform, everybody. If you would like to know, finding the real truth out there is very hard, especially when it comes to health and you know, so much of the world that's that I am very interested in. This is what I think we should all know. If you want to go to library, like a truth library, like a library that you can count on the information, most of it has been blind peer reviewed. What that means is peers that don't want to put their name on just anything, and you're blinded to them. So if I write a paper and they're checking my paper, my peers are checking my paper, I don't know who they are, and they don't want to just sign off. So it's a very good rigor kind of, it's the best thing we still got out there in terms of peers approving and holding each other accountable, a system that's not corrupted, right? So the peer-reviewed medical system, the medical system's totally rigged, but and so go to my point is, go to drrobertyoung.com. If you want to learn stuff, go to drrobertyoung.com. You can do any language you want. You can search in transhumanism, whatever you're into. And if you want to learn about any topic, and you want to know what is actually quantifiable, ironclad, irrefutable, provable, quantitative evidence, right? Which is what we really need to be considering at. All of us listening to these authority people and just whatever they say without double checking it, knowing that there's two sides to every story, that's gotten us into way too much trouble. So follow real science, follow real truth, and you can get those, find that at drrobertyoung.com. The truth is the one thing that they've always wanted to cover up, because if we really know about ourselves and we really know about pleomorphism and the fact that things like viruses don't exist, and if everybody has this knowledge, then it's going to be pretty hard for them to put us into the position that we're getting ourselves out of right now, right? So, okay, with that MAC address, that study is also going to be putting into a documentary that we're in the works with. And we already have about 70 people that have opted into our hair test study. Woo! We are pulling off a grassroots study that takes everybody. Look at this. In all types of countries, we already have a bunch of people where we're going to be able to take everybody's hair test, good, bad, and ugly, right? Not every result, not every hair test that's only 4 months old. Hair tests take 18 months to see systemic changes, guys. Just so that you know, it's not like the blood. The blood gets cleaned up. It's easy to make a blood. We did a blood test. Blood tests are pretty easy because the body goes to clean up the blood the quickest. But your interstitial fluid, which is where 80% of your extracellular fluid is, 20% of it's blood, 5 liters, but 22, 27, up to 27 liters is interstitial fluid. And all those things, we test that. We test the gold standard with hair tests. We have the most comprehensive, detailed test that tells people their health. It empowers them with their health. We tell people for $333, you're going to get to see where your levels are at. Well, when it comes to blood, say up to 5 liters, extracellular fluid is your blood and interstitial fluid, but almost 80% or more of your extracellular fluids is interstitial fluid or the interstitium. Yeah, the body ocean. It's better to just say body ocean. All the fluid that surrounds your cells. If you're going to, I'll explain it. So we have what supplements out there? I mean, come on, guys, we're a year and a half old, right? It's not like we're not thinking of all this stuff for the first time. Isn't there a lot of detox companies and products out there that got these amazing things that we claim ours to be? Well, why don't they go find like urine or hair tests or something where people can test their heavy metals and up against their product? Well, the same reason why when they do studies and the results come in and they don't look good, they don't talk about them, they don't publish them, because they'd rather sell snake oil and something that doesn't work than whatever, and MasterPeace was put together to help everybody. So we're proving out in every way we can. In all of our studies, we've shown to have no negative harmful side effects because we're just 2 all-natural ingredients, no preservatives. And every way we can think of proving how it works and proving how we can analyze it and observe it, we've done. We've done the studies. We put the money. We didn't have investors or nothing like that. I mean, we set that precedence. And as we've been completely choreographed and smear attacked, smear campaign by a whole, come on, guys, everybody's seen it. FDA, we're on our second go around with them. We're brand new. To get the kind of attention that this has got to be a signal. People have got to sit there and go, the only time this happens is when something's good. I mean, have you ever seen this happen because something was a nothing burger or snake oil? No. So when all these places that are wanting to take your live blood, they want to intravenous give you treatments of different things to detox and chelate out the unnatural stuff from the shedding and all that. And they want you to go to their clinic, spend $1,500, do a bunch of clinic trips. Those people, of course, don't want something like MasterPeace here, where someone can buy it for $53, have it mailed to their house. It tastes good. You don't need needles. And you can look at all the studies of all. And by all means, guys, if anybody here can think of a new creative way that we can test MasterPeace that is going to lead us to what I would call quantitative evidence. You know, I don't want qualitative. I don't want someone saying, I'm Robert Young, so I tell you it works and that's good enough and you believe me. That doesn't work. That's not what we want. We don't want people that say, I've looked at this stuff underneath the microscope and this is the only thing that I've seen that's working. That's not enough. That's not proof. That is not scientific proof. That's Fauci proof, right? So what we have done, and if you guys can think of a new way, because we're running out of ways we can prove it. We've done it with blood, we've done hair testing, we've done urine testing, we have an ongoing hair testing. You know, we're doing a MAC address study. You know, we had an autism trial going, and I haven't been able to hear back from this guy. I have no idea what's going on. He just is. I don't know. It's been, unfortunately, a couple months. I have no idea what to say about that. I wish I could give an update on that. So, we are moving forward with trying to show people the truth about what is going to give them the highest level health. And I can say my family and my health has definitely taken a big upgrade. And we were always already very, very healthy, very natural people, very much, you know, don't believe in anything synthetic and whatnot, even though I've tried a few things I shouldn't have. So what I've seen is that people's body is, since it's comprised almost all of minerals and water, why not purify and flush yourself with what you are with it, which is structured mineral water? And so I believe we should be drinking a bunch of it and alkalizing it for sure, so that it is donating a lot of energy and electron potential. Make sure to take MasterPeace to get the things out of your body that is preventing you from having your highest level health, and really consider finding a high quality infrared sauna that will help to purge out the toxins out of you, because in today's world, every breath, all the food, everything that we're taking in, our environment in every way is more polluted. It is more acidic, and doing a lot of things right to help purge them out of your body faster than they're coming in is going to be the difference of you having a lot of energy and still being able to operate like you used to and always did, or if you're going to just fall prey to not having the energy and life, you know, your health kind of you know, struggling. So I think that's mainly what I got. I know that our website is 2 weeks away. We are really putting up, shoring up a lot of things so that we can't be taken out. And it's always figuring out how they could try to snip our supply line and whatnot. And so, yeah, guys, I think that's about all.
Got a
Really,
question?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think if anybody else besides this question really wants to get a question in, make sure to raise your hand, speak up, or put something in the chat. I know Matt might be a little bit cold and might need to go.
Yes.
Frankly.
Sorry.
But you know, Matt, you're gonna get warmed up by this question, I think. So let's just read it. Reese says, I'd like to throw this question out there since it's been mentioned and recommended here previously on these chats. What is the purpose of using baking soda? It's the first question. Measurements is the second question, which I think
Awesome.
more questions clarify, like, think it's 1 teaspoon in half a cup of water. How often daily? How many times daily? If anyone is familiar with this protocol, please chime in. Have bought some aluminum-free baking soda.
Yeah, yeah. So the person's probably not going to hear anything, you know, brand new, but your stomach alkalizes your incoming food using baking soda, which is sodium bicarbonate. I would say anything off of a box shelf for baking soda is probably going to have aluminum or other things in it. That's not good because the testing system is poor. But anyways, so I would go with Bob's Red or Reb's Bob. I can't remember what it's called. Matt sent it. But when you supplement, I'm against supplements. Everybody that knows me kind of knows I kind of want to be natural. Take just what you are, mineral water, get the toxins out, leave your body the way it is. Now, if you're going to supplement anything, you would want to supplement either minerals, especially sodium, because sodium is what they call the master mineral. It can easily convert to all the other important things that your body needs to be able to convert to. And your body needs as much sodium bicarbonate in it that you can get. And so, yes, I will say your health, if you don't do this and start doing this for like a week or two. And I would say almost everyone will notice some subtle differences if they're already got a pretty good health protocol. But take 1 teaspoon of baking soda, not Arm & Hammer, and put it with a cup of water, healthy water, not just tap water, and start your day off with it. They used to do that 100 years ago. I mean, all over. It's not like some big secret. And it supports your body's digestion. It'll make it where your body doesn't have to get into fighting its alkaline state to maintain its alkaline state nearly as bad. And so when you're seeing with pH Miracles 4 salts, that is primarily baking soda, really healthy baking soda with a couple of potassium and magnesium bicarbonates. And it's the only supplement from what Robert Young is showing, that is, if you're taking an oral supplement, that sodium bicarbonate improves the digestion and permeability of your body. Your body goes into your digestive tract, I'll just say that, I'm calling it that, is much more permeable and absorbs and takes things in much better. And that's what we want when we're taking that that micronized clinoptilolite. So, did I answer the whole question?
Yeah, I think their question was like a baking soda on its own protocol, but you're mentioning the 4 salts.
I would start off the day with it and then end the day with it, but
Yeah, no, I think you covered
especially
it.
start the day.
My sort of take is just why not start with a little and then work up slowly and work with yourself with both the taste, because it can taste a little weird at certain dilutions when you start out baking soda. And, so just why not start low and slow and work up progressively? It's a long game anyway.
Yeah. Okay. Anybody else? Any questions? Nope. Alrighty, everybody.
We have 81 people in here today. Thanks, everybody.
Yay. Thank you so much, guys. I hope that you got some good information. If there's anything that you're wanting to hear about, I believe we got good contact information everywhere. Try not to overly bug people with our newsletters. Definitely in the chat at the top, watch the how-to video on how to put that Will It Light video with your affiliate link. So if you just wanted to send it to someone, they could kind of look at it. And then if they ever do come back to it, then you have them. And it's it's a beautiful video. So probably the next town hall, there is a chance we will have. No, it'll be in 2 more. So, alrighty, everybody. You're great people, great men and women. All your time, energy, and focus is just as good as the people beside you in here. And so when you're bringing it here and we're trying to find solutions that are doable so that we can improve our world, it takes all of our minds, all of our concepts, all of our ideas, and it definitely takes us at our healthiest. And if that kind of talk doesn't hit home with you, then I don't know, maybe you're in the wrong room. But it's, I believe that we are doing better. And our health is our wealth. It really is. It doesn't matter what any of us have if we don't have our health, right? If our loved ones aren't healthy. And so, having the tools and knowing the right knowledge so that we can understand how our bodies work, so how we need to feed it. And I just say, keep it simple. Your bodies work great if they didn't have stuck poisons in them. Your bodies would function fine, systems, whatever disease or issues you think you got would be gone away if you could really get to the level of poisoning that it led to. So, and you're worth it. So, alrighty. Much love to everybody. Thank you so much. You guys have a great evening. See you next month.